Walmart is planning to go bigger with new neighborhood markets. According to Grocery Dive, Walmart is growing its neighborhood market format with a newly opened store in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, and another slated to open soon in Atlanta. Both omni-channel focused locations are larger than previous neighborhood markets, spanning around 57,000 square feet of sales floor and pickup and delivery space. According to Walmart's SVP of Neighborhood Market, an uptick in e-commerce sales for Walmart was a primary factor in the company's decision to increase the square footage of these new stores. And the two new locations kick off Walmart's growth initiative of opening 150 locations over the next 5 years, including neighborhood market stores and additional supercenters. Truett, it's your turn. Do you think this move is an overt defensive one against Amazon, a smart omni-channel play, or am I reading too much into it? Or is it a little bit of both? What's your take here?
Look, I don't think this is a huge pivot in strategy or something that'll, drive the next S curve for Walmart, but I do think it's a continuation of what they are strong at, and building on their strengths, and in fact, kind of testing, learning, trying new formats, seeing what works, but built on their strength. There's really kind of three things I would think about that. One is grocery. So obviously they have been taking a lot of share in grocery. I think they were up mid-single digits this last quarter in terms of the grocery space, and that's an area that they want to continue to grab share. The second is e-commerce, and particularly click and collect. I think they are over 25% of the click and collect business, across categories, and that is some strength that they have with their formats that they can continue to flex. And then third is the services side of thing. And I think with these neighborhood markets, they're continuing to, explore and bring in pharmacy and other kind of services, to kind of round out the offering. And they're driving all of that. Defense against Amazon, not sure if that's exactly the intent here, but I think it's building on them being arguably the best omni-channel retailer that there is, and continuing to flex that strength across every format that they have. I think it's smart, and it's another kind of way for them to quickly test something and learn from it. I also thought it was interesting just in terms of locations for these test formats, because they have been driving more penetration, as well noted, with higher income levels, and that could intersect in terms of trying to capture share with that demographic as well. So overall, I think it's a good move, and more of kind of what they've their strategy, which is very clear.
That's a great point, especially with Walmart Plus as well, being a factor in this. Yeah, the first neighborhood market I ever went into was in Boulder, Colorado. Now that I think about it. So, Anne, what do you think about what Truett just said?
Look, I just have a few quick points on this. One, the more nodes in the network, the better.
Right.
15,000
nodes are always good, Anne.
Yes. 15,000 square foot of extra back of house, assumably back of house space that will allow for more room as Walmart. It allows them to flex up or down, determine what these nodes are most needed for. Like Truett said, push hard in grocery. And, Supply Chain Dive just reported yesterday, that actually Walmart is not only the go-to for grocery, but they are continuing to beat Amazon in same day or next day delivery. So I think this could be a key component to them really being able to just blow Amazon out of the water.
Yeah. All right. Nicely said, Anne. Strong opinion there. All right, Jeremy, what do you think? Do you agree with these guys? Are we going to be resolute in our consensus on this one?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm on the same page here. They're definitely leaning into their strength. I think their key strength against Amazon is having their stores is a great way to double down on that. I think this additional point that I would add here, I really like this from a fresh lens. So I think a portion of the space is going to be allocated towards having a wider, fresh assortment. We know that's great to drive traffic, to drive loyalty. So I think I like the move from that side as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's crazy. We all agree on this one 100%. I think it's a great omni-channel move. And true to your question about, or to the point you made about, is it a defensive move against Amazon? It's kind of like yes, and it's a great omni-channel move in general, given the business model. And by the way, it probably makes it more difficult for Amazon to get their fresh concept off the ground, which they've clearly struggled with. The only question I have for it really is, what's going on in that back room? Like, is Alert Innovation part of this at all? That wasn't alluded to in terms of how they're designing that back room. If anyone knows about that, I'd be curious about that. Alert Innovation, of course, the company, the micro fulfillment robotics company they acquired a few years ago that can work in smaller spaces too. So I'm curious to see where this goes with that angle in the long run too, Anne.